This is The Weight of Love, a caregiver's journey, a series for every heart that has carried more than it ever expected. I want to thank you for joining me here on this episode of Faith Between the Lines, and I'm Scott. There comes a moment in caregiving when you realize something. You didn't end up here by accident. You didn't stumble into this role. You didn't get handed this life because you were the only one available. Nope. You were called to this. Not called in a loud, dramatic way people might imagine. Not with trumpets or signs or lightning in the sky. But with something much quieter. Something much deeper. Something that settled into your spirit long before you ever knew what caregiving would require. A calling is not something you choose. It's something that chooses you. And caregiving, real caregiving, the kind that costs you something, the kind that stretches your heart, the kind that asks for more than you think you have, that kind of caregiving is a calling. And you are walking into it with more courage than you realize. There's a weight that comes with being the one who steps in, the one who notices, the one who understands the routines, the medications, the moods, the fears. People say you're strong, but they don't see the nights that you may sit in your car before going inside, just trying to gather yourself. They don't see the moments you feel torn between who you were and who you have become. They don't see the guilt you carry. Guilt for feeling tired. Guilt for wanting a break. Guilt for not being able to fix everything. They don't see the way that you hold your breath when symptoms change. They don't see the way that your heart drops when you hear your name called in a shaky voice. They don't see the way that you swallow your own pain so you can be strong for someone else. But God sees it. He sees the weight that you carry. He sees the tears that you don't talk about. He sees the moments you feel invisible. He sees the sacrifices no one else notices. And he whispers to your heart, this is your calling. And I am with you, and I am in it with you. What holds you together when the weight gets too heavy? When that calling feels heavy? When the days feel long? When your strength feels thin? What holds you together? It's not perfection. It's not pretending you're okay. It's not forcing yourself to be strong. What holds you together is the love that called you here in the first place. The love that rises in you even when you're exhausted. A love that steadies your hands when they start to shake. A love that whispers, you can do this. You've done it before and you'll do it again. What holds you together is the grace God pours into you in the exact moment you need it. Not a minute early, not a minute late. It's the strength that shows up when you think you have nothing left. It's the peace that settles over you when you are finally ready to exhale. It's the quiet reassurance that you are not carrying this alone. Your calling is heavy, but you are being held by a strength greater than your own. That kind of love. That love is not light. That love is not easy. That love is not soft. Love is weighty, love is fierce, and love is steady. A caregiving is one of the purest expressions of love on earth. It's love that wakes up in the middle of the night. It's love that learns new skills you never wanted to learn. It's love that sits beside someone through fear, pain, confusion, or decline. It's love that keeps showing up even when your heart is tired. This is not the fragile kind of love. This is the kind of love that has roots, the kind that stands firm in storms, the kind that reflects the heart of God. You are loving someone in a way that mirrors heaven. Faithful, sacrificial, absolutely unconditional. This is your calling, and you are walking into it with honor. As a reflection of this episode, I wrote a poem for it called to Care. You didn't choose this winding road, yet still you bear the heavy load. A calling whispered, soft and true, a sacred work entrusted you. Through weary nights and endless days, you love in quiet, faithful ways. No spotlight shine, no crowds applaud, but still you walk the path of God. For love that stays when life is hard is love that carries heaven's heart. And every tear, every unseen prayer speaks of the courage that you bear. Responsibility is heavy, but it is also holy. You carry the responsibility of being the one who knows what to do, the one who pays attention, the one who advocates, the one who steps in, the one who doesn't get to fall apart. You carry the responsibility of being strong even when you feel fragile, or being patient even when you're overwhelmed, or being present when you're completely exhausted. But hear this clearly. You are not carrying this responsibility because you're the only one left. You're carrying it because your heart is big enough to hold it, because your spirit is brave enough to bear it, because your love is strong enough to lift it. My closing blessing for this episode and you is may God strengthen the places where you feel worn. May He steady your hands, calm your spirit, and remind you that you are not alone. May you feel His presence in the quiet moments and His comfort in the heavy ones. I want to thank you for joining me here on this episode of Faith Between the Lines, and I hope I met you right where you are. Where you being here in this space matters. Your questions and comments are always welcome and appreciated and can be left on YouTube or on Buzzsprout. Before I close, I want to take a moment to honor the families and the men and the women of our military, those who serve, those who have served, and those who stand behind them with quiet strength. Your sacrifice, your courage, and your commitment to this great country do not go unnoticed. May God bless you, protect you, and surround your families with peace and gratitude for all you give. And always remember this, you are never walking alone. We'll see you here on the next episode.